Yo guys, it's Slyroh. You already know that today we're back playing some more Fire Emblem Engage. Welcome to the finale of this series. I am kind of dumb. I don't know where I got the impression that there was like 10 chapters, but based on how final everything was feeling, I decided to do a quick search to be like, wait, how many chapters are there? There's six. We're on the final chapter. So if there's no more combat, we did it. If there's more combat, then we might get one more video out of this. But we're basically at the end. I was not expecting that. I don't know why I thought there was like 10. There's only six chapters. So let's do the story thing. We just beat Nil. We didn't get the full victory screen though, so there's a chance that there's still more, but I'm not entirely sure about that.
They disperse when their duty is done.
Then I guess this is goodbye.
So this might just be the end of the story.
Why? Why? Even with the power of the bracelets, why am I no match for you?
Perhaps you see it now. The path Sombron laid out for you was never the right one.
If I cannot carry out Father's wishes, then my existence serves no purpose. All my life I have sought to be valued, only to discover that I am truly worthless. I will never be like you.
You are not worthless. You are my irreplaceable twin brother.
But he's not
We
though.
are two halves of a whole.
Your twin brother literally got replaced by this man.
Ridiculous. I already told you I am not Nil.
I know.
Not Nil? What does that mean?
It means that it's not Nil.
I don't understand. What happened to the real Nil?
He died in battle 1,000 years ago. Shortly after Nell gave him her dragon stone, he wanted nothing more than to make his sister proud.
And who are you?
A fell dragon whose twin perished when I was too young to remember it. I was a lone child, with no abilities to distinguish me, surrounded by pairs of twins, until I met Nil. My mirror image. The resemblance between us was uncanny, and we discovered we had much else in common. We were inseparable for a time, and I was all too happy to have something like a real brother. He was my other half. That was how I felt, at least. But for him, there could be no replacement for Nell. When I found him, on the battlefield, breathing his last, his only thoughts were of her. He gave me her dragon stone, and said that he wished Nell would never have to grieve. For that reason, he asked me to take his place.
So you became Nil.
I made it appear as if I had been the one to die that day. In a way, I was. There would be no one to mourn my passing. Father would not even notice.
Mm-hmm.
I'm having trouble believing all of this.
Believe it, I am an imposter. You should not hesitate to kill me. I brought this world to the brink of ruin. If you allow me to live, I will do it again.
But why? Why do you want to do it again? And what, like, what? Why do you want to hurt the four people that exist in this world still?
Let that be your reason, if nothing else. What say you, Nell?
I knew you were not Nil from the start.
Okay.
What?
I have known about his death for a long time. I saw through your ruse from the beginning. I simply chose not to confront you about it.
That's weird. That's weird. I just don't believe you.
You took his place for his sake, and for mine. That was an act of kindness. We may not have been born as twins.
Alright, maybe I believe it a little bit
I
more.
have always thought of you as my other half.
The way that she rationalized it.
Then, you are a fool!
Say what you will. I speak the truth. You will recall how we visited the burial site at Letho's castle to say our farewells. You may not have seen that I left a pressed flower there. It was Nil's. I was not saying goodbye only to the divine dragon that day.
You were saying it to Nil, too.
I carried that flower for a long time. I suppose some part of me was unable to move on. Despite that, you became very dear to me. Your companionship saved me from loneliness and despair. I was happy to be a sister to you. I will always cherish our time together, even if you do not feel the same. Without you, I would never have been able to continue fighting all this time. I trusted you above all others. Believed in you with all my heart. The only proof that we are not true twins is that I failed to sense your actual intentions.
Perhaps. I confess, I have longed to hear you say such things. They make fine parting words.
Parting words? What do you mean? We're not gonna kill you. And then he goes off and kills himself or something.
Are you ready?
Yes.
Thank you.
Oh, she is actually gonna kill him.
Everything.
I mean, to be fair, Nell has been the one to, like, kill a bunch of people. But then we found out that they're not people, they're corrupted.
Goodbye, Nell.
Goodbye.
But, oh, okay, yeah, she's gonna do it. Respect, I guess. Oh. Oh.
What are you doing?
Oh. Oh.
Nell?
There is another way to end your pain.
What? To make... What?
Once I am gone, you will be free.
From what?
For my part, I would rather die than lose anyone else.
Nell!
But now he cares.
If only I had realized sooner. I could have prevented this. Seeing Nil and my divine dragon again. Maybe too much to hope for. But even so, I will rest well knowing your pain is at an end.
Why would you do this? I deserve this fate, not you. You should have killed me.
I could not bear to lose a second brother. For that is what you are to me. Despite it all. Before I go, will you tell me your name?
I would put maybe actual money that they're gonna do the thing where Nil goes up and, like, whispers his name in her ear, but there's no subtitles. That way they don't have to, like, tell you as the player name. I feel like I see that trope happen so much that I'm like, I would actually put money that's gonna happen right now. Come on, let me hit the jackpot.
Lady Nell! No!
Or they just don't do that entirely and they just skip over.
She's gone. No last words of reproach. No regret for her own passing. All she wanted was to know my name.
Oh, all right. I was wrong. I guess I lost money on that one.
Fall, sister.
Oh my gosh, dude! I've heard the name Rafal. I've like that's like a spoiler that I've known about and just forgot that I knew about it. I don't think it means anything, but oh gosh, I'm so dumb.
My name is Rafal.
Rafal.
How did I forget myself? Nil asked me to look after his sister. That was his dying wish.
So, I don't know. He has two motivations. One is to look after his sister, and the other is to be evil and take over the world that three people exist in. And they sort of clash with each other. I guess I don't fully understand all the sides of Rafal at one time.
But it was not merely his wish. It was also mine. All I wanted, all I really wanted, was to be her other half.
And that's why I deceived her and then, you know, was weak, and then I was actually strong, and then I tried to kill everybody. And then after you beat me in combat, I decided that that's not what I wanted after all. I'm so confused at these clashing motivations.
When did I forget those feelings? You said this would be the end of my pain, Nell. But it is not. How could it ever be?
I sense something. The Dragonstone pieces. They have a strange energy about them.
That is Sombron's magic. Could it be that he cast a spell on that dragon?
Oh my gosh, he was corrupted. He was never actually evil. It was the Dragonstone that was evil.
To sow the seeds of hatred in the heart of Lord Nil. Rafal, Dragonstones are destroyed by the death of their owner. Lady Nell died to break the spell.
Sombron made it so that you two would fight each other instead of conspiring against him.
Nonsense. You mean to say that it was just some spell? That all should be forgiven? Ridiculous! Regardless of Sombron's influence, I am responsible for my own actions. I chose to do what I did. It was what I wanted. I will not allow anyone else to shoulder my blame. Not even Father. I sought power and I attained it. Even now, I have no regrets about that.
Okay. You don't? You seem to care so much about Nell like a minute ago. You don't regret that? Nah, I don't, man. I don't know, man. I don't know, man.
Wish that I could have kept the promise I made to Nell.
So you do regret it?
Divine One, what is it? I have heard that dragons of great power can impart their life force unto others. Do you suppose that is true?
Are you asking me to die?
Yes, my mother did that for me. But it took 1,000 years before I woke up.
Then I will do the same. I will revive Nell, even if it takes me just as
Okay,
long.
you're gonna die.
I will dwell in this empty world alone, in the hope that she will one day rise. Perhaps that will be a fitting punishment for what I have done. And perhaps, if and when you wake, we may truly become two halves of a whole.
You will. No. You already are.
Is that so?
Rafal, after Nell wakes up, why don't you come live with me in my Helios?
What?
I have a feeling you'd be able to travel there from here in the Somniel.
I was gonna ask. I was like, is Rafal one of the characters that we can like bring to the main game? Because I know you can with Madeline, Celestia, and Gregory. I didn't know if Rafal is one or not.
It's hard to explain, but I can sense my world right now. It feels closer.
Yes. It would seem that a path to other worlds lies open. Perhaps it is due to the bracelets. I did wish to grant my father's desire, if the conquest of other worlds was part of his plan. But I believe it is as you said. It should be possible to move between worlds from here.
Then I'll grant you both my protection so you can travel there, when you're ready. The Somniel can't be entered without my blessing as a divine dragon. So come find me. That invitation is open, however long it takes for you to accept it.
You would make an ally of the one who so recently tried to kill you?
It's not that crazy. Alir does it all the time.
If you are asking me here and now, then my answer is certainly no. That said, 1,000 years is a long time. I will say this. If, by some miracle, Nell awakens and finds it in her heart to forgive me, then, and only then, will I journey to you.
Alright, so it's basically a guarantee.
I understand.
Now, there is nothing more to say. Leave me.
As you wish. I hope to see you again, though.
Lord Rafal,
Yes?
despite all that's happened, I am grateful for the time we shared. I hope that we'll meet as allies again.
Your kindness is wasted on me.
Alright, anything else? Anything else? There's still a post-battle. Okay. Yep, there's more.
Here we are, back at Lethos Castle.
It feels as if we've been gone for ages.
Truly does.
So much has happened since I first met Nell and Nil here. The kings and queens, the emblems. They're all gone.
Yes, and Mavir too.
Watch them all just get revived by fancy dragon magic.
What should we do now?
Beats me. Every nation's lost its rulers, and probably their whole populations by now. I guess we could try to rebuild. Or each grab an empty throne and call ourselves rulers.
Are there normal people that still exist? I guess I was under the impression that everybody's corrupted. Is that not the case?
Rulers with no subjects.
Okay, yeah.
I fear we have little to do but bide our time until the end.
What if you came with me?
Divine One?
This world is beyond saving. You said it yourselves. There's no one left.
Okay, yeah, I've been right. I was like, wow, if I find out that there has been real people and I just, like, misunderstood something the whole time, I would have felt like a silly goose, but I don't need to feel like that, because I'm right,
I'm just a visitor.
for once.
I have to go back before long. But if I leave you behind, I can't even be sure how long you'll survive. It would mean throwing yourselves into battle again. But still, I hope you'll consider it.
Sounds pretty good to me. Better than twiddling our thumbs to the grave, at least. I say we go. A new world might mean scary new enemies and dangers. But still.
Don't worry, the world that you're coming to already has completed every single chapter, so there's actually no fighting I need for you to do.
It's an appealing proposal, but I'm not sure. I wonder what Mavier would say. Would he forgive us?
What do you mean?
We are his family, and if we go, he'll be left here all alone. It doesn't seem fair. Why should we be the lucky ones? Why do we deserve this?
Deserve what? To be happy? Madeline, what's the last thing that the big guy, that Mavier, said to you?
He said he wished me the greatest happiness.
There you have it. He'd probably tell you to look forward, not back. Even if it means leaving him behind.
You don't get to speak for him. You didn't know him like I did.
I knew him pretty darn well. We spent a ton of time together. We were practically brothers. Anyway, you gotta admit, he wouldn't want you sulking forever.
I know. Mavier would tell me to go. To try and be happy without him.
Go ahead and cry, Madeline. There hasn't been time to mourn him since it happened.
Yeah, it was very recent.
I'm sorry. You were born into this world, and I'm asking you to put it behind you. But if it makes any difference, I spoke to Rafal. He's planning to come as well. One day. You could wait for him with me.
Divine One, I share Madeline's struggle. It feels wrong to be the only ones going, to leave our Lord and Lady behind.
I understand.
But instead of languishing here, we could go to a world where our skills can be of use. And after everything that's happened, I find it difficult to turn down your request. We have been through so much together.
Yes, we have.
I'm inclined to go. Do the two of you feel the same?
Yep.
I agree.
Then from now on, the remaining winds will swear our loyalty to you as your attendants. We will go with you, Divine One.
And there you go, and that's how they get into the main game. Because I'm pretty sure this is open, as soon as the well is open, I'm pretty sure you can do the Fell Xenologue, so I think that's like chapter 6 or something? It's either like 5 or 6. That being said, I think if you the earlier you do it, the harder it is, because you have less units at your disposal. But if they have like preset, like presets for each chapter, then it might not be all that bad, especially on like normal mode. But I don't know, I don't really plan on ever doing this again, if I'm being honest.
I look forward to spending more time with all of you.
The feeling is mutual. All right, remember you two, we have to work hard as the Four Winds, even in another world.
What, we're not calling ourselves the Three Winds now?
You knew the answer before you even asked.
We four are a family, and will always be together. Nothing can change that.
Don't worry, I have a Mavier that can replace you and be part of the Four Winds, as well as the only surviving member of the other 4 thingies that I still don't remember the name of.
All right, everyone. Let's go.
Let's go, gamers!
Rafal, I'll see you again someday.
I hear the music that makes me think that this is the end.
Thank you, my fellow divine dragon.
Oh,
I pray your future is filled with hope and love.
it will be.
And please, take good care of them for me.
Off we go. I don't know if there's gonna be like another set of credits and ending stuff. Yep. Oh yeah, we get to listen to cool music. Oh, there's no extra credits. Oh yeah, there is. Oh, we get little screenshots. That's cool. All right, well, assuming this is just the sort of like final montage of everything, I'll let it play out. I mean, my thoughts of Fire Emblem Engage as a game overall hasn't changed all that much. It's probably gone down maybe a little bit. I think the more that they try to force more story and character stuff, the more time that they spend on it, the more I just don't care and don't feel like they do a great job, which I don't need my Fire Emblem story to be good. but I also don't want it to just waste my time. And I feel like my time gets wasted a lot when I'm like watching cutscenes and stuff like that. The good thing about that is whenever I play this game on repeat playthroughs, you can just skip through all the cutscenes, and it's way faster that way, and not that bad. And the gameplay still is solid. The Fell Xenologue was a pretty interesting idea. I think in execution it was a little wonky, but maybe that's because I just have come to really enjoy the sort of freedom of like unit customization and building, and there's not that much that you can do with that in the Fell Xenologue. But yeah, I don't know. It was still solid. Some of the maps were sort of up and down in terms of like how hard and easy they were. It sort of seemed to fluctuate a bunch. Definitely harder than the main game. And yeah, I don't know, but I guess it was a pretty interesting story with interesting twists and whatnot. I don't think there was anything as egregiously bad as some of the stuff from the main story. There was sort of competing motivations with Nil there in the end that it's still sort of hard for me to wrap my head around, but I don't think it's like the end of the world. And we did get to see a cool dragon. That dragon and his laser beam was so good. I mean, visually, had some really cool stuff. Obviously, the music's still really good. Dude, I love this. I still don't think I've found like a good... I would love to see a good version of this on like Spotify or something. I don't think I've found one yet. Which is like sad, because this is a banger. Just like the ending credit song from the main game. That was also a banger. I want to listen to that again. I'm literally going to listen to that as soon as I end this recording. Because I forget like what it sounds like, but I remember it being awesome. Look at all those emblems. I think that's actually really cool. Alright, I assume that's it. Yep. Celestia, Gregory, Madeline joined your group. But I guess not Rafal. Unless there's like a post thing that happens and then Rafal joins as well.
That bright blue sky feels like a good omen.
I could not agree more.
Oh, yep, there he is.
Huh? Nell! Rafal!
Both of them, yeah.
I didn't expect to see you so soon.
It has been some time, Divine One.
Yeah, time probably goes differently in their world compared to this world.
For me, it has been 1,000 years.
Yep.
Nell has returned, and we have come as promised. My sister and I are at your disposal.
Welcome to you both. It really is a lovely morning.
That's really cool. So, like, in the main game, can you use them to turn into a dragon as well? Like the Fell Spark? Like that Nell had? And I don't know what Rafal's kit looks like, but I assume it's something similar. At least Rafal isn't going to be useless like Nil was. Nil was terrible trash garbage. Like, now I understand that was by design. And he's supposed to be a bad unit because he's, like, weighing your team down while hiding his true strength. But I wonder how Rafal does. I feel like he'd actually be a really good unit. If he's even a fraction of what he was when he was our enemy, that would be pretty cool. Though, again, I don't really know that I'm going to have the chance to use him, because in the save file that I'm doing the Fell Xenologue, it's already completed, so there's not much for me to do, unless I just take him to scrimmages or something. And then, if I wanted to use Rafal in a not completed save file, I'd have to go through the Fell Xenologue again, which I'm not in a hurry to do. You never know. I could get the itch in a year from now or 2 years from now to really just do everything again. But I think I've sort of Fire Emblem engaged myself out. There's a lot of good rewards. All the blast things, mage cannons, some tonics, some books, master seal. I don't know what that mystic satchel is, but a lot of cool stuff. And then units can now change to enchanter and mage cannoneer classes. Changing them requires a special item. Okay. I'm not sure if that's what that first item was that I just asked what it was. That might be this. But enchanters consume items and weapons to enhance themselves and their allies. Oh, I think the enchanters must have been the ones that were giving like special abilities to the enemies or something maybe. Okay, that's the mystic satchel. Item surge consumes an item to grant special effects to allies based on the item consumed. Oh, that's cool. That's cool. Weapon surge uses a weapon in your inventory to strengthen all weapons of the same name, ally and enemy alike for the entire battle. That's really cool. And then Mage Cannoneer, they pelt foes with artillery shells from long range. Mage Cannon is required to change to this class. Mage Cannoneer's attack power. So I guess you only get like one of each. So you really only get like one choice as to who you want to be your Enchanter and your Mage Cannoneer. Which is kind of sad. You don't really get to experiment all that much unless there's a way to get more of them. I'm not sure. Hit rate increases with strength build and proximity to target. Let fly expends equipped shells to unleash a powerful artillery strike in an area. The attack lands after 1 turn. And the danger radius for Mage Cannoneers has a different appearance than usual. Actually, I just wanna check. I do wonder. Yeah, new goods in stock. I was like, can you actually just buy more of the... You can. I mean, they're very expensive. Holy crap. Holy crap. 90,000, 40,000. They must really think that this class is so good. Maybe it is really good if you have like a team of Mage Cannoneers or something. I don't know, but that's very expensive. But okay. So all right. So it isn't just one, but it is hard to get multiples of them if you would like. But all right, that is the end. You are not going to be seeing any more Fire Emblem Engage, you know, playthrough stuff. At some point I do want to do a tier list of like characters from this game. That is going to be the last sort of final wrap-up content of Fire Emblem Engage. But we have moved on from this chapter of our life, and I'm going to be starting another new playthrough very, very soon. So keep an eye out for that. Eventually, if you're enjoying Fire Emblem, eventually I think Fire Emblem Three Houses is the next Fire Emblem game that I like to play. But that could be many, many months from now before that even happens. So we'll see about that. Hopefully you enjoyed the other stuff that's going on in the channel in the meantime. And I will see you all around. So if you enjoyed, let me know. But till the next time, peace out.